Oh, hi, good morning, good afternoon. This is a Nadine from Savannah, Texas, for immigration attorney. Today, I want to talk to you about the diversity visa selection. So, just need to uh, talk about this. Uh, Here I am, right? So, what are the next steps? Next steps after you have been selected for your green card lottery. Here you go. Today, I'm not going to talk too much, other than, I will give you, I have a PowerPoint presentation and I will take you to the visa bulletin to check when it's time to know when your selection or your number is is, is ready to be uh, filed, or you are ready to file your green card based on the DV lottery. This is the DV lottery of 2024. All right, so let me take you to the PowerPoint that we prepared. And then I'm gonna sharing. Let me double check if sharing, because sometimes I'll be sharing and then here. Hope you guys are having a nice weekend though. I'm about to share with you in a minute. Bear with me, guys. Stop sharing for a minute. All right, so I'm trying to share this. Uh, I hope this one is working. I'm gonna check on my phone to see if I'm sharing. Okay. Okay. So it's been a minute. I have been a little busy. And you guys, this is very important to me. Oh, here it is. It's sharing. Yeah. For those who don't know, the reason I'm in the United States today is because um, I took advantage of this program. I came here as a green card holder based on the diversity program. So that was 2007. Without this program, probably uh, I may not be here. So that's why every year I'm gonna make a video. I know some people know about this program, but some people don't. So now we talked in my previous video, I went through the process helping you to know how to register for your green card, and I know people appreciated it. So, and today I'm about to show you on May 6th of this year, that's when you knew or you found out whether you were selected or you were not. So if you were selected, congratulations. This is amazing. This is a great step for your future, for the future of your family. If you were not selected, it's okay. You can keep trying. Remember, every year it's free. It opens up to this year's gonna open up again in October, and you're gonna have 1 month to apply. Keep trying. You never know. Next time is your turn. It doesn't hurt because it's free. Don't let anybody charge you any money telling you they're gonna give you more chances. There's no such a thing. It's free every year. Keep trying. If you have a computer and you have your passport, take your passport photos, then that's all you need. And, of course, you have your high school diploma, and you have or vocational training. So, without further ado, today I'm not going to take much of your time. Please stay around to see what's the next step. So, if you have been selected, you entered your number, and you are You find out you selected, right? So let's say you are from Africa. I'm going to talk from Africa. If you have been selected, you have a number that's called like for the fiscal year 2024. So you have 2024 AF 00, maybe 10,000, right? So when are you going to be able to apply? So you'll be able to apply beginning of October 1st, 2024, because that's when the fiscal year of 2024 starts in the US. So the US, they have a fiscal year which is separate from the actual year. The fiscal year starts in October. So that means 2024 we start in October. So but then, and that's where I'm gonna see if I can share. Before I actually stay here, let me stop sharing this screen. Let me share another screen. I will take you to the visa bulletin. Here. Share this one. Hang on a second. I'm gonna share with you the visa bulletin. So don't go anywhere. I'm trying to go step by step. So on October 1st, 2024, if you are selected, where do you go? So that's what I'm trying to get you. So let me go back to people. Stop sharing. Very interesting. All right, let me go back to sharing. Here it is. Yes. Okay, now I hope you can see very well the visa bulletin. So when you go to this site, you can even Google on your phone. You can Google visa bulletin on your phone. I'm trying to see if I can get some. Okay. Yes. So once you selected, so please bear with me. Once you are selected, once you are selected on October 1st, 2024, that's when you're gonna start looking at this website. So you can Google visa bulletin. I'm gonna put the link in the comment section, and I'm going to pin it. So it's a travel state, dash blah 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 visa bulletin, but you can just Google visa bulletin and then you will see it. So once you do, you will scroll down to the dates. So you can go down to the diversity immigrant DV category for the month of May. This is for May, but if each month, on the 15th of each month, usually a new visa bulletin opens up. As you see right now, those who won last year is today for Africa. They are now on number 60,000. That means like pretty much most everybody now can apply. Like if you were last year, you had A 2023 F 00 AF 0030,000, you can apply. Okay. So for the fiscal year 2024, you will not see this much. Let me go back in the visa bulletin for last year, October. Right? So then you will see what I'm talking about. Okay, fiscal year 2022. I will show you which number they were on in October. So, is October. As you see, the fiscal year starts on October. So the month for the visa, for the diversity immigrant visa, they were on October. They started with 5,000. For Africa, they started with 5,700. This means if you had a number that AF 0001, 000200, up to 5,700 or up to 5,699, October 1st, if this is how it looks, if the visa bulletin looks like this, then you are from Africa, and not from these countries, not from Algeria, Egypt, and Morocco, then you can go, even if you're from this country, like basically you have to look at the number on the visa bulletin. If your number shows is lower than the number here, it even says here, for November, immigrant numbers in the category available. If your allocation cutoff number is shown, then you can start applying. It's lower, it's below. Like if you have a number below the number listed, you can start applying. So if you're from Asia, so in October they will show you which number under which you can, below which you can start applying. If from Iran, if from Europe, if from North America, they only have Bahamas, they only have 4 of them. Those are few. In Australia, they have, if you're under 375, and each month they will, each month on the 15th of each month they will issue the category, the visa bulletin for the next month. Okay, so let's go back to the. Let me stop sharing this one and go back to my PowerPoint presentation now. So after okay, this is the time for me to apply. My number is within the. My number is within. My number is within the is within the numbers now available for applying. Then what do you do? So so we are here now. So you need to know you can start applying for your green card, right? So how do you do it? So if you are outside of the US, you need to file DS-260. DS-260 is filed through the through, like, you always go check to this one and they will take you to the link through the Department of State. And there are fees involved. So the diversity visa itself, after after you have been selected, that's when you're about to apply, that's when you will actually pay anything, right? So there's the DV program fee, which is $330 per person per applicant. That means if you are a family of 4, then you will have 300 times 4. And then that's the fee you have to pay before you get started. After that, they will send you the email. So you need to have, please, you give them the email that works, because everything is done online. Email with the fees bill, so you can go ahead and file this 325 for each applicant, and then complete the form DS-260, right? That's the immigrant visa application form. This visa application form is very, very extensive. It's a long form. It asks so much information about your background, your name, your date of birth, your parents' names, where you lived for the last 10 years, where you worked or studied for the last 10 years, your social media accounts, your countries you lived in since you were at the age of 16, countries you have traveled to in the last 5 years or 10 years, and you complete for each applicant. After that, but before that we get there though, is now you have been selected, you need to make sure you have a passport that's valid for the 6 months. So, if you have an old passport that needs to be renewed, this is the time to renew your passport. You need to make sure you have all the birth certificates, your birth certificate, your marriage certificate if you're married, your divorce decree if you have been divorced, your children's birth certificates, or the children under 18, 21, or the children under 21, sorry, all their birth certificates. And then if you have lived in different countries since the age of 16, and you have lived in those countries other than the United States for 6 months and longer, you will need police clearance. However, this is not the time to look for your police clearance. Please, again, this is not the time to look for your police clearance, because you need to wait. Again, this program, you start applying in October. So that's like in 5 months. Okay. However, though, what you could be doing for the police clearances, if you, for example, you lived in India for 7 months, and then you lived in China for 8 months, and then you lived in Russia for 10 months, and then you lived in Cameroon for 2 years, you need to start looking into how easy or difficult it is to get those police clearances from those countries. If it takes months to get those, you need to start looking. Okay, what is the process of getting a police clearance from Cameroon? What is the process for getting a police clearance from Russia right now or Ukraine? Because those countries now are in war. So maybe now you may start looking for those, because at the end of the day, the police clearance is only valid for 1 year. So some countries give the police clearance that's valid for, you say valid for 3 months. You ignore that. For the purpose of this process, the police clearance is valid for 1 year from the date it's issued. So if you so I do not advise you to look for the police clearance right now to request it. However, there's a caveat, depending on which country you are looking for. For example, if it's Rwanda, it's not it's easy. You can go to Irembo and it's almost instant. If it's some European countries, it's not hard to obtain. But if it's some countries where you think it may take a long time and a long process, you need to start looking into how and when it's appropriate to to start looking for those. Okay. uh, so and then now, right, so you file your DS260, you upload everything, you upload on, and then once it's received, you upload the documents, birth certificate. The good thing about the Department of State, they have, I think, among all the government you know platforms, or like portals, they have the best one. If they they have a better one than USCIS, they have a better one than Department of Justice for like court. Because the Department of State, they basically, once you file, they tell you upload birth certificate, upload marriage certificate, upload you know dependence documents or police clearance. So it's very easy, and then you upload, and then you get a message whether the document has been accepted or not. If it's accepted and everything is accepted, they will send you an email saying that your case is documentally complete and ready for an interview. And that's when they will schedule you for an interview. Keep in mind, I haven't told you yet to get the medical exam, because the medical exam is when you have been scheduled for an interview. They will send you an interview later. The National Visa Center will send you an interview later with an email, even if it's a letter, but it's going to be in the email with the date for your interview and the instructions on how to, and the doctors, the designated physicians, where you need to go have your medical exam taken, right? So, and you need to, they will send you a link to see for each consulate. There are specific instructions on sometimes you may need more passport photos to take to the doctor. You may need to get all these other documents. So, they will send you all of that. And one thing, since we are on the medical exam, you need to know that to obtain a green card, you have to have a COVID-19 vaccine. You have to have taken or 2 rounds, depending on which vaccine. And not all the vaccinations are accepted. They have a list of those ones are accepted, like Pfizer. I mean, what was that one? I don't remember the names, but those three, Johnson and Johnson and Moderna. I don't remember. Anyway, there are lists of vaccines they accept. Some they don't accept some of the vaccines. So you have to make sure you you had your COVID-19 2 doses or whatever doses. Some of them is just 1 dose, but accepted one. Because this can delay your medical exam. If you haven't taken COVID, they require you to take COVID. And if you have your interviews coming up, maybe once you've been selected and you have a number, really, if you are from Africa, for example, as you see right now, they I don't know how many numbers they issued, but they process a number. They have more spots for African nationals than other nationals because they don't have as many Africans in this country. Okay, so if you have been selected and maybe your number is 00500, 1000, 2000, 2000, the the most chance, the likelihood of you applying and being accepted if you have all the requirements for this green card, the likelihood of being accepted and approved is higher, right? So that means if you didn't have your COVID-19 vaccine, this is the time to do so. Okay. Let's see what's next. Okay. So here now, this is really a list. This is a checklist of documents. If you have a screenshot that. If you need to screenshot to your friend, do that. If you need to share and subscribe and comment, and this is the page you need to send. You can even screenshot on your social media. Just make sure to give us a shout out. Okay. So this is the list of documents. This is the summary of what I was saying, right? So you to go to the interview. This is after you have applied. They say, okay, you're good. All your documents are ready. They are valid. Now you need to come to the interview. So you will get an appointment letter. However, now they don't send a letter. They send you an email. That means you need to print it out. Okay. And you have, after you file your DS-260, you get a confirmation page. So that you need to print out that page as well. You need to have a passport for each applicant. And by the way, like I said in the beginning, you need to file Form DS-260 for each applicant. Okay, so say it's a family of 4. Each applicant, mother, father, children, they need to have their own application. They need to pay their appropriate respective fees. So passport for each person that's valid for 6 months, right? And photos, passport photos, 2 identical color photographs for each applicant. Like, everywhere you go to the photo studio, you tell them, I need the 2 passport photos. They know what to do. They will give you those for each applicant. So then you will have a sealed medical exam results, okay, from the doctor, and then you have original of all the documents you uploaded online. You will need to bring to the interview the original or certified copy, right? So you need to bring your original birth certificate. You need to certify copy of a birth certificate, your original marriage certificate, the original birth certificates for all the children. You will need to bring the original certified copy of your divorce decree. You need to bring the diploma, the high school diploma and transcript, because that's a requirement. Or if you did some vocational training and you have 2 years of experience, you have to bring the original experience verification letter or experience letters. Yeah, so you have to have paid the fees. So for each embassy, like I think if you are in the for the fee, the 330 at the consulate, you might need to pay it there. So they give you once they email you the letter for the interview, they give you instructions on how to pay. In some countries, they may request other fees, right? That's called like reciprocity schedule fees, right? So now, what we didn't put here is what if you are in the US, right? If you are in the US and you won the lottery, what do? Do you need to go back home? No, you don't. So I mean, it depends. If you are in status, if you are in the legal status, and you say you are in a student status with a student, and you haven't, you did not violate your status at all, then you don't have to go home to apply for the DS-260 or the green card visa. You can file for an adjustment of status. So the process is similar with the I guess the difference is you are filing adjustment of status. So the forms are different. So I don't think we put this in the we didn't put this in this PowerPoint presentation because most people they apply abroad But the adjustment of status, you are here, then you still need to pay the fee, the 330 DV program fee with the KCC, and then you need to file adjustment of status. It is usually filed with the employment authorization document application and advance parole. It's a package, and the filing fee for that one is 1,225. You need to take the medical exam before you send them with your package, and you need to provide all those documents. I'd say the birth certificate, marriage certificate, divorce, birth certificates from children. You do not need police clearance from countries you lived in since the age of 16. They will send you the biometric fee to get your FBI fingerprints. Um, you will need to look at the visa bulletin as well. So you can only file when your number is there on the visa bulletin. And then you file, and really, when you do file, make sure, because as you know, everything in the process here in the US, like the applications we file with immigration, they take longer. You need to put an annotation on your form, even if you put on every page. Please expedite DV 2024 must approve before September something. And this is what I want to end my presentation today, is that so once you the the diversity visa is only valid, or the program is valid for the fiscal year. This means if you were selected for the diversity visa 2024, you have to apply and get a visa or get an approval for adjustment of your status between October 1st, 2023 and September 30th, 2024. Let me repeat. The DV 2024 eligibility window or approval window is between October 1st, 2023 and September 30th, 2024. So that means, like, if you are in the US, if your number is closer, it's you have, let's say you were selected and you have 2024 AF 50,000, you may get I mean, you may be able to apply, like, this is May. It looks like now they are processing cases for, let's say, Africa, for all of them, most likely. But go ahead and apply as soon as possible. If you are in the US, go ahead and apply as soon as your number is you know is eligible to apply. Go ahead and apply so that you make sure by September 30th you have your visa approved in your passport, or you have your adjustment of status approval. And then when you are approved, and there's another fee that we mentioned, I think, here in the like here. It's the what this fee that this 220 fee, you see it here. This $220 fee. That's the fee you pay before they are able to mail you your green card. So you can pay it while you're still in your country, or upon arrival in the US, you can pay it so that your green card is issued. And please, one other thing I see, if you are, obviously, if you are not in the US, you will ask somebody to give an address who will be your host. Make sure you write down the address correctly, because sometimes people, the address, the way they write addresses here in the US may not be the same way you do that in your home country. And you may miss a number, you may miss an apartment number, you may miss or a letter. So, and the green card may be lost. So make sure you get the address correct, double check, because the address you give on your form, that's the address they will send your green card to. All right, it may take delays to get it. Once it's lost, to get it rerouted to you, or you may have to actually pay another fee to get it, another card, a duplicate produced. So I hope this is helpful, and always you can go ahead and contact us if you need help, because some people may not be able to do this on their own. Provide services, we have a track record on helping people applying for these types of green card visas. And if you need a consultation, you can reach us in any of this way. And please go ahead and share and give us your thoughts. And as always, thank you for speaking with me. And yeah, so if you have any questions, feel free to give us a comment or to contact us. There's contact information in the description. We always leave it there. And thank you and have a great weekend.